Welcome to class of 2017. I should introduce myself. I'm Martin Widdicks. I'm actually director of the MS Finance program, but I teach a lot of classes in financial engineering, specifically the term structure models class and the finance bootcamp. So historically, I taught the Fin 500 Introduction to Finance class. And what we found during that class was it was difficult to fit in all the material. So a few years ago, I developed the Finance Bootcamp. So what the Finance Bootcamp is designed for is for students who have little finance background or their formal finance training is a few years ago. So what the bootcamp is going to do is get you ready for the Fin 500 Introduction to Finance class. So that class is going to start with things on fixed income, forward rates, swaps, these type of things. So you're going to need to know how LIBOR works, how treasury bonds are valued, these type of things as soon as you go into that class. And many of your classmates will already know that stuff. So the boot camp is going to be a 5-day class. Every day we have 3 hours of lectures in the morning. And then after lunch, we'll have an hour and a half going through examples with me, checking you know how to do all the techniques, checking you can do the calculations. First day and a half or so will cover material on financial statements. So make sure you all know how to read an annual report, make sure you know how to calculate cash flows, all the fundamental financial calculations. Then we're going to move on to what is loosely fixed income. So we'll talk about discount rates, future values, present values, talk about how to build a zero rate curve, talk about the US Treasuries market, what strips are, what bonds are, what notes are. Then we'll go into LIBOR, we'll talk about a little bit about forward rates, which will get you exactly in the right place to start Fin 500 a couple of weeks later. Then what I'll do is I'll give you an overview of corporate finance. So in your Fin 500 class, you'll mainly be focused on derivatives and asset pricing and not much corporate finance. So the bootcamp is also going to give you an overview of corporate finance. So we'll look at a bit of equity valuation, we'll look at capital structure, which means how much debt firms should take on. We'll look at some project valuation, some firm valuation, and we'll do lots of examples of those. That's sort of like what I would say is sort of MBA level corporate finance to get you up to speed with the finance background for your classes. So if you're interested in that, that runs the 8th of August. Otherwise, just want to welcome you to Illinois. I will see many of you on campus. I'll see hopefully many of you in my classes, and enjoy the rest of your summer.